Did I remember it was the Olympics this year? Do I care about the Olympics? Am I planning on watching them? No. And yet I have an Olympics-based TBR. Hey everyone, how you doing today? My name's Kirsty, aka Beth Bookish, and on today's video I'm talking you through my Olympicsathon TBR. This is a readathon that was created in the last Summer Olympic by Charlotte at Clumsy Charlotte, who, if you don't know, is a dear friend of mine. I adore her, and everyone should go support her. And so she did it for the last Summer Olympics, she did it for the Winter Olympics, which I do care about. I am a big Winter Olympics fan, especially ice dancing, ice skating, ice hockey, and curling. I really love those sort of sports. So I do watch the Winter Olympics, and the snowboarding I'm always really interested in. But the Summer Olympics, if it's on, I'll watch it. And the London Olympics I did watch quite religiously. But on the whole, I'm not overly bothered by them. I get a bit bored. I don't really enjoy watching swimming. I don't enjoy long distance running. I like some of the field events like the javelin, shot put, things like that. But generically, I just don't really care about the Summer Olympics. Obviously, I'm patriotic. I show support for my country, but not in this one. The premise of the Olympicsathon, I will keep it linked below as well so you can go check it out for yourself. If you just want to do the basic readathon, it's very easy. There is one prompt for every colour of the rings of the flag. Then there are the bonus rounds where it gets significantly harder. The biggest rule is you cannot double up on the bonus prompts or on the regular prompts, but you can double a bonus and a regular. So if you find that your bonus prompts also fit your regular prompts, fantastic, you can double that up. But if you have if you have one book that fits two bonus prompts or one book that fits two regular prompts, you have to choose which one you're going to go for. Very quickly talk through what the prompts are. We have, for the rings of the flag, we have the blue flag, which represents the season that we're in, and obviously this is the Summer Olympics, aka a summer setting. And for this, it's a reread. It's quite a reread heavy month for me because July is also my bookversary. So I have been on BookTube now for 5 years, and so I'm reading my favourite books from those 5 years. And one of those is Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. This is set during the summer. It follows Joan, who is on a summer sort of internship at a museum, and she's working at a museum. And then some stuff happens to her and the family of a guy she hates, and those two end up having to go back in time to try and escape the madness and the chaos. And she also then discovers that the boy that she has been crushing on for forever, turns out he is actually someone who hunts people like her. So it's kind of like got that Romeo Juliet-esque aspect in there. And yeah, I really loved it and I can't wait to reread it. Next up we have The Black Ring, and for this one it's a book featuring sports. And for this one I've gone with another reread, which is The Sunbearer Trials by Aidan Thomas, because even though it's a tournament, a lot of what they do is very sporty. It's got things like running and jumping and climbing. There's agility trials in here as well as logic. So I'm counting that because it's almost like they're doing a decathlon and they're, doing multiple different tasks that require different types of sport and athleticism. So I am counting it because I need it to count. And now with the Olympicsathon, you can choose a country to represent. And so basically every prompt that you earn points for and everything you earn points for goes towards the country you've chosen. And for reasons that I will explain when it comes to the bonus, I have chosen to represent Canada. And so for the red ring, it's to read a book related to the country that you are representing. I've chosen Canada so that I can get Reckless by Elsie Silver on here because this is set in Canada, and I think Elsie Silver is also Canadian if I remember correctly. So naturally I'm gonna choose this, and yeah, it was the only prompt that this one fit and I needed it to fit. For yellow, we are looking at the host country, which is France this year, and it's Paris is the host city. So it's to read a book related in some way. So it could be a French author, a book set in France, written in French, anything like that. And I have gone for a yellow book and another reread, but it was the only thing because France is not one of my buzzwords. It's not a setting I care about very much. It's not somewhere that really interests me. Been there, done that. Didn't really have a very good time, unfortunately. But I'm going with Heartstopper Volume 3 because this is the Paris trip book. So not only is it a yellow cover, so it fits the yellow, but also Nick is half French and speaks French, and they go to France in this volume. So that will be my read for that. Green is a nod to the Paralympic Games, which is the sort of the games for disabled athletes. And so is a book featuring disability rep. I don't own it, but I'm going to be borrowing off the internet. A Sign of Affection Volume 2, where the main female character Yuki is deaf, and so she is, she uses hearing aids and other tools to communicate. So those are the main prompts there. And then moving on to the bonus prompts. There's an easy one, which is just a book with foiling on the cover. Then there's a book with all 5 colours of the rings on the cover. So those two, not too bad, but then there are 2 quite difficult ones. But if you're clever, which for one of them I have been, for the other one I haven't even tried, you can get them all. So you could technically fulfill every single prompt with just 5 books, but good luck if you can, because it's going to be tough. It's not impossible, but it's going to be tough. But you can read 5 different continents is one of the bonus prompts. So, if each of your 5 books is in a different continent or represents a different continent, that's fantastic. And 5 translated books to get into the spirit of this being a global event and things like that. I haven't even, apart from the manga, the single manga volume, I've not even looked at translated books because I've just recently done quite a few translated books. I did my 30 and 30 in May, and then last month I read both the Morisaki bookshop books. So I have been reading translated books throughout this year, so I've kind of just pretended that one doesn't exist for now. But for 5 different continents, I was very smart because my 5 books that I have selected all represent 5 different continents. So, Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. Vanessa Len is an Australian author, so that's Australia and Oceania. For the host country, we have France, so that is Europe. A Sign of Affection is Japan, which is Asia. The Sunbearer Trials isn't set, but is extremely inspired by all things and many different cultures from South America, which meant the reason again why I chose Canada to be my representing country. Not only was that I got the main bonus, but also the main prompt, but also for Reckless, Canada, which represents the continent of North America. So with those 5 books, I will be able to tick off the 5 different continents prompt and get that bonus, which is amazing. Now, I think I've done a boo-boo here and I'm going to need to check with Charlotte. So I will, if I am wrong, I will put a little note up now correcting myself. But if it is, then the bonus that says foiling on the cover to represent a gold medal, I'm going to go with Only a Monster by Vanessa Len because there is gold foiling. You can't really see it very well, but there is gold foiling here on the cover. And then, and this is all that, the pendulum that's foiled. There you go, you can see it slightly more in the light there. You can see that that is gold foiling. And then for all colours of the rings, we have the Heartstopper, because we have blue, black, white, red, green, yellow. So that will be that representation. I will put the dates here of when it's running and how many days that means. But I'm assuming it means sort of similar to with the Amazing Readathon. I'm going to be trying to complete books every other day or every 3 days, which was a fine for 1 month, but I cannot do that 2 months in a row. I will break. But yeah, essentially on top of what I've already kind of got planned for this month with my game and my July TBR, I did try to fit as many of my books from my July TBR into this as well. I think from my last video, Sunbearer Trials, Reckless and Only a Monster were already on my plans for this month, I think. I can't remember, I could be going crazy. But either way, this is the stack that I'm going to try and get to in that sort of, 14, 18, however many days period it is. I'm going to need luck, so please give me all the luck. Let me know if you are planning on taking part in the readathon. If you are, what country are you planning on representing? And yeah, I hope to see you all over there, and please do go support Charlotte. She is genuinely so amazing. She's just come back from a bit of a break on YouTube, but that means that we're going to be blessed with her face again, and she's always such a joy to watch, so please do go check her out and support her and this readathon. There is also a Discord as well to go and chat on over there, so I'll probably go do that now and check on the Discord, and yeah, then I'll get this edited and uploaded. But in the meantime, I hope you're all good, I hope you're staying safe. Don't forget to check out both my Patreon and my Etsy to see what new stuff is going on over there, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!